Okay, not gonna lie, this is super scary to me. Um, Trying to do sort of like self-care and make life normal. I got some grow lights. Aren't they awesome? They're totally USB, which means that I can get a power pack and charge it up and let them grow. I'm kind of horrified by the plant situation. My plants, for the most part, I inherited from my mother, and in 10 days they're dying. I kept them alive, they're dying. Literally, sitting on my bed taking a video. Aren't the lights cool? I love them. Yes, there is a pole that's basically like a tree branch in this place. I can't even with this place. But I found actually, okay, somebody was asking me about what I meant by a studio apartment. A studio apartment is basically like one room. Everything's in one room, and more or less that's how I live because I have avoidant personality disorder. And I've talked to other people who are sort of like on the more extroverted spectrum, and they do the same thing. They have one room, which is their safe space. Let me tell you, this is not a safe space for me. But anyway, so I'm like, why would I get a place if all the other rooms would more or less basically be storage? Anyway, I found one finally. There's a studio apartment. I'm like, oh, please let me get it. Please let me get it. I will write you a check or you can get it cash from the bank right now. Please? Um, this is really hard. I keep talking to people and it's like, I've been here for months, right? This is like day 10. My plants are dying. These are the plants I actually inherited from my mother for the most part. There's one that I grew myself. I'm kind of proud about that. The rest I inherited from my mother and they're dying. I'm killing them. And I'm like, oh, I can't stand it. I still have access to all four of my cats. I obviously don't have them here. I'm like, please let me get them back. Please. Please let this be a very temporary. I'm sorry. It sounds like I'm praying. It's really sad. It's more like I'm begging. I don't know. I don't know how to get through this. I work all the time. I worked 58 hours last week. You've seen the other videos. I'm not supposed to work that much. I don't care. It gets me out of here. I mean, literally, you see this? This is where I'm living. This is the view from my bedroom. You can't, well, maybe you can see the spiders. Can you see the spider webs? If you want to see what it's like coming back to my, maybe I'll tell you what. I will attach a link in the first message to this video of what's like coming back here because I went to in my travels I went to Universal Studios in Florida where they have Harry Potter World, and I'm telling you, there's an experience you have there of being watched that's exactly like being here. I'll attach a link. But I have gotten through I think it's 10 days. I really, it feels like months. It's so awful. Um, I think this stupid light that I bought, um, which is USB enabled, which means I can charge up a power bank in my car when I drive around because I do not have any electric access down here. I wonder if I could find you. Let's see if I can find one. Because I've seen them. There's one there. Do you see that nifty little electric box? And do you see how it's covered? There are other ones around here. There's no electric access down here. So I can charge these. Literally, it's in a power pack. I charge it in my car, and then I can plug these lights into it, and maybe they'll still live. I mean, let's see if this thing will. Do you see how dead and dying these plants are? Let's see if you can see this one down here. Can you see all the white spots? Those are the ones that are reflecting pink. Those are dying spots on my plants. I can't stand this. I cannot stand this. Spider webs everywhere. And you know, spider webs eat things. And guess what? I've seen what they eat. It's horrifying. Anyway, I'm getting through it. I don't know, I feel optimistic this week about the places that I've seen available for rent. And the gross thing about it is I have like all this money and people don't care because I work in a non-traditional, I don't go to an office. I have a different sort of lifestyle and people hate that. And people are like, oh, well, we need people with multiple income sources. Like, that doesn't matter. If the multiple income sources, both of them are affected by whatever, problem that we have with the pandemic or whatever, and people lose their jobs, doesn't matter. They're both going to lose their jobs. I did not lose my job and did not have a gap in paying my rent the entire pandemic. But I am undesirable apparently. Unless I'm in a place where creepy landlords exist. I mean, look at those spider webs. This is what I live in. This is what I'm living in. Tell me that you can't understand and I'm under an ungodly amount of stress. Anyway, I am putting the word out there. I feel optimistic this week. I feel very optimistic. I'm probably setting myself up for a major fall. I don't know if I'll ever come through this with ever trusting another human being again. I mean, I've had bad situations where I shouldn't ever trust anybody, but I mean, do you see that? But again, it took quite some time to find these lights because they can't be plugged in. They have to be USB enabled. So it took quite a lot of doing. Oh, yeah, this is my private entrance. Isn't that great? Oh yeah, that's the insulation. I mean, what can you say? Isn't this place like the best? And seriously, gobs of money, like thousands of dollars I could pay on a rent. I must admit, it's really, really hard to even look. I'm gotten to the point where I'm expecting to be rejected. I'm expecting to have, I don't know what the problem is. I'm expected to not be chosen because why would I be chosen? And so it's hard to even go forward. I told you, I think, in the previous uh, messages that I think it's like a form of depression, a like low level, or maybe not even low level. I can't even tell anymore what's low level and what's like straight up hardcore depression because I live with it so much. Anyway, when you get in the midst of that, it's really hard to do things like put yourself out there to be rejected by whatever landlord there is. Even though, again, if it's just a money thing, money is not an object, which means it's all about me. Something I've done wrong in my life, something they're judging me on. It shouldn't be this hard. It should be pretty basic. Here's the money. Let me apply. Here's the apartment. But right now, with so many people looking for a place to live, it is like a personality thing.